Hello everybody, today's clip is supported by Sleeper. Before we dive in, let me tell you a bit more about Sleeper. This app is making serious waves. It was the #1 downloaded sports app in the US during the NFL season, even beating heavyweights such as ESPN and Yahoo. Sleeper isn't just popular, it's because they truly deliver the best fantasy experience. You get deeper customization, more league options, and all the bells and whistles that make managing your fantasy team a blast. But that's not all. Sleeper is growing a fantastic community with several million people using it daily for their sports fix. Sleeper has a broad appeal and is genuinely built for everyone. So, if you're looking to up your fantasy game, make sure to check out Sleeper by clicking the link in the video description. Trust me, you won't regret it. But I want to unpick some of the stuff he said as well. Just a minute though, just talking about Jaap Stam and what a very, very, very good centre-back he was for Manchester United. I remember that 99 side and he was a rock at the back, and I don't think it gets mentioned enough. Obviously in the 99 team you had Cole and York, Sheringham and Solskjaer, you had Beckham, Giggs, Keane, Butt, Scholes, Neville, Irwin, Schmeichel in goal, but the centre-backs weren't as glamorous as Vidic and Rio. It was Johnson, it was Jaap Stam, you know, we did use others, but that was basically our best centre-back pairing. And he was a fantastic Dutch centre-back. Today, another Dutch centre-back has been left out of the Netherlands games for the international break, De Ligt and Xerxes. Now, a lot of people have been going on about how, oh yeah, it's just another indicator that De Ligt's shit. And I tell you what, I find it incredible. Like, I'm happy he's not in the Dutch squad because he gets 2 weeks off and gets to rest with us. I hope Bruno doesn't get called up for Portugal, but he will. I hope that... I'm trying to think of other internationals that we've got. I mean, I don't want Agate to get called up for Uruguay, but he will. But the De Ligt thing is incredible. It is absolutely incredible. And I can't really think of a player that's been recruited by Manchester United that instantly has had an unfair pile-on from the media. From day one. Martinez to a certain extent as well. Why is it always centre-backs that the media don't like if they're foreign at Manchester United? Solve me that one tonight, because I've had it to the back teeth with this. I was looking at it before I went live, and I went through the stats of our player ratings, and the only player ratings I trust are from you. And I was looking at statistical averages through the season in our back system of player ratings, because I'm not massively... Some of the player ratings you get on those apps are just weird. I looked at one of them, FotMob, have got Delo as our third best player across the season, on average. And I'm like, how? I think they had him at like 7.1 for the season. 7.1 was his average rating on FotMob. I don't know who's doing that. On ours, he's 5.5, so below average. But De Ligt is 6.6 across the whole season. That's his player rating, so above average, 6.6. The same as Agate. So for a player that's come into Manchester United and has only been here 6 months and has seen his manager sacked, massive upheaval, a system change, I think for a player that's still only 25, that's played for Ajax, that's played for Juventus, played for Bayern Munich, only cost us £38 million, still only 25, 6.6 basically across his first 6 months, and he's still establishing himself. I think he's done well. I think he's done really well. And I don't understand why he has to put up with this crap every single week from the media and some fans, let's be honest. Look, I do not think De Ligt is Saliba or Van Dijk, but I certainly don't think he's Tarkowski either. I think he is in the top 10 centre-backs in the country, in the Premier League, and I think he's got the potential to get better as he gets older. I think he has got the raw attributes to be a very long-term player for Manchester United, and I don't get it. I just do not get it. I've been watching the game for over 40 years, and sometimes you'll have a favourite that you want to be protective of, and you sort of have to admit they're not that. Like Martial, I really wanted him to do well, and he just wasn't that. But with De Ligt, good in the air, reasonably quick, good on the ball, physical, puts his body on the line. And we can remember that Arsenal game in the Cup. He was unbelievable in that game. And it just gets hidden. Sweep that under the carpet. Don't let anybody know about that. I feel passionately about this. I really feel passionately about this. I think Ligt has been treated like shit in this country. And I think it's massively unfair. And I think it's from day one as well. But that's me on my soapbox. He's okay, but top 10, says Liam. But Liam, that's your opinion. I've just laid it out what my opinion is. If you can think of 10 centre-backs better than De Ligt in the Premier League, go ahead, list them off. My point is, I wouldn't put him in the top 5 at the moment, but for his first 6 months in the Premier League, I think he's done reasonably well. I think he has done reasonably well. And I don't know what people expect in your first 6 months. I really don't. Right, let's go back to the Amorim stuff, because I do want to circle around, and I sort of went off topic there. So, look, this is what Ruben... I suppose this is the most important thing that people are going to be really interested in. He was asked about the summer recruitment plans, and he said, we need to make some deals to make some deals. We know the situation. We're changing a lot of things in our squad and the academy, and we're working on a lot of things. We're preparing for next season for sure. I genuinely think that Ruben Amorim is saying it's going to be a long road ahead. And my question to sort of get into tonight is, how much time will he get? I'd give him 5 years, but how long will he actually get? Because if the progress is progress but slow, you can make progress, but you also have to make progress at a certain speed here. We haven't seen any evidence that this fan base can be patient, and we know the media will not be patient, because Manchester United will always be box office topic no matter where we are in the league. I mean, you look at Man United's season, we're not in the Champions League, we're not in the top half of the table, and we're still box office topic every bloody podcast, every bloody week. So that's not going to change. And do you really think that it's viable that this time next year we might be 8th and going, we're gradually getting better, we need to sell to buy, these players are young, they're going to take more time? I don't see it. I would do it, but I don't see it. I mean, look, I was the one saying, look, they've spent £300 million on Ten Hag, they've got to give him till at least Christmas. They gave him till October. So I'm all for giving a manager patience, but the reality is, we know the vacuum, and once it's on, it's like a bloody Dyson. It'll get sucked in, the manipulation, distraction, and it will all end up on the manager. And I think everything he talks about is so honest that you've got to be honest with yourself. And when he's basically saying, if we want to do deals, we've got to do deals, what deals are we doing? Like, Rashford will probably go, Anthony might go, little bit from Sancho. And then beyond that, what else are you doing? Are you selling Garnacho again? Are you selling Mainu again? And how much do you get back from that? I mean, I think we're going to witness a summer where it's going to be very, very challenging, where Arsenal have probably got £150 million in their pocket from June, and they're going, that one. Man City, if they get found not guilty, that one. Liverpool, we didn't spend last season, that one. Chelsea will have that one. And I think Man United are going to be going, want that one? No, we'd rather go there. Or, want that one, but got to sell these first. And that slows it all down. So I just wonder what's going to be left in the shop by the time Man United put themselves in a way to do it. And I also wonder how much money we've got in our pocket when we walk into the shop, and what can we do? That's only around transfers, but I think it's going to be a very slow progress. And what are we going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? You're going to sit back and watch, aren't you? That's what you're going to do. No one's going to do anything. Goldbridge, that's the end of the clip. I'm sure you enjoyed it. In fact, I bet that's the best clip you've ever watched. So there's no reason not to subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon so you never miss a clip again. In fact, smash a like on the video, because we all know only legends like videos, and you are all legends. So please smash a like on the video, and we will see you again on the next one. Thank you very much for watching, as always.